Hello, Facebook family. So I'm going to double stream again on TikTok and on Facebook. We're going to discuss the Diddy trial and what may happen. Okay, so remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to interpret the cards the way I feel like they are delivering the messages. I may not be right. Okay, entertainment purposes only. So I'm doing this because I had some people say they wanted me to do a reading on Diddy. I'm also going to do Trump, but I don't know if I'm going to do a different live for that. Okay, so let me get myself situated. So I am going to also, like I said, be on TikTok as well. Shout out to Ramona for my bell. My bell came today. I appreciate you, Ramona. Thank you, baby. So if you guys have any questions that you would like the cards to answer in regards to the trial, you could type them in the comments. I had to reset my password because someone hacked my Facebook. So now I got to log back into everything, which is aggravating me. So I'm logged out of all my devices now. Okay. All right. So let's start off by saying a quick prayer. Hold on. Let me get on TikTok. I was trying to start right at 8 o'clock. So again, double streaming from TikTok and Facebook. Okay. So I'll try to watch the comments for any questions that people may want me to answer. Okay. All right. So let's start off by saying a quick prayer for protection. Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Gabriel, Holy Spirit, Universe, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, please protect me while I read for the collectives in regards to Sean Puffy Diddy Combs in the trial. Please extend your protection to my collectives, their loved ones, my loved ones, anyone watching. Reject any negative energies or entities sent to interfere. Return to sender 10,000-fold. Allow for me to have clarity while deciphering these cards. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Again, shout out to Ramona. Thank you so much for my bell. It came just in time because that was irritating me. My bell broke last week, and every time I did a reading, I was having a hard time. Okay, so let me turn this down because I feel like I'm too bright. Hi, Ramona. Yes, that's why I think, hold on. I think, there we go. That's a little better. I'm going to do that in a separate live. And, you have to say for entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. But yes, definitely have to be careful. I don't know if you remember when I did the election tarot, and I was talking about how Trump was coming back for vengeance. Of course, Facebook started deleting the live, so I don't know if I even have it. I thought I downloaded it, but just logged me out again. I thought I downloaded the video, but I feel like it disappeared somewhere, ironically, right? Okay, so we're going to discuss Sean Diddy Combs first, okay? So a lot of people have questions in regards to like the outcome of the trial and so forth. Remember, this is entertainment purposes only. You said you have the video saved? Yeah, like I literally said that he was coming back for vengeance and that he was going to move real quick with it. And he did. That was crazy though. Okay. I may have you send that video to me. I'm going to check again because I feel like I have it saved, but I have too much stuff on my computers in my phones. All right. So I'm going to do a Trump live separate. Okay. This is going to be strictly Sean Diddy Combs just to keep the energies from crossing. Okay. I already said the prayer for protection. I have my incense lit. I have my candles lit. I feel like he may get like a mistrial for sure, and that if he is convicted, our friend is going to pardon him for sure. I do feel like that, and that's not even speaking intuitively. I just feel like I really think that this Diddy trial is stemming from Epstein, the Epstein list, everything from that list that they say is public that no one can see. And remember, the president is also implicated in that as well. So this is very deeply politically tied, and it's definitely tied to human trafficking. Okay, so thank you. Yes, pretty pink, flamingo pink. I'm not really a pink girl, but I was like, you know what? Let me do my nails pink. So I'm going to burn my psychic candle, right, and then my like universal channeling candle as well. Okay. So if anyone have, love your shirt. Thank you so much. Who's that? Hold on. So I'm double streaming on TikTok and Facebook. Thank you, Lizzie Blues, Lizzie Black. So I'm going to try and keep my eye on the comments. They go so friggin' fast. So I'm new on, and may your sister rest in peace too. Ramona, thank you for the gift. I'm new to TikTok and going live on here. This is probably like my third or fourth time going live. On Facebook, I go live where the videos are saved for at least 30 days. So if anyone want to search me on Facebook, you could search. I don't even think I tagged it. You could search Tarot with Toya or Dancing Dreams Tarot. I didn't even tag it on this one. Of course I didn't. My name is LaToya, L-A, and then capital Toya on Facebook, and then LaToya Robinson as well. Also Tarot with Toya. So I have my fan going because it's like 90 degrees in here. Definitely tied to trafficking for sure. I applied for a new job today. Will I get the job? So this reading is not for a collective live, but I will do a collective reading next week. They think Allie Carter's crazy, and honestly, that girl is not crazy. All right, so hopefully my candles don't burn out, don't blow out from the fan because it's really hot. I hope you guys can hear me. But the person who said that they applied for a job, I hope you get the job. Hold on, y'all. Okay. All right. So I do weekly and weekend readings. I didn't do the weekend readings this week. I did do a summer solstice reading on Facebook. It went like an hour. I was trying to upload it to my phone so I could save it on TikTok, but I had some issues. So I will be trying to work through that this week for everyone on TikTok if you want to look at that reading. It was a pretty good reading. I am so like greasy on here. You're welcome, Heather. Definitely anyone not related to Diddy, anyone who is trying to excel or progress in something, right? There's a prosperity mantra that I learned years ago. I always say it whenever I am trying to manifest things. So I always say I have more money than what I can spend. Okay. And what that is, that prosperity mantra is basically you putting out abundance to the universe. Okay. You manifesting abundance. Even if you feel like you don't have more money than what you can spend, you have to say it and you have to believe it, okay? Because that's manifestation. So if you apply for a job, always say, I have more money than what I could spend. Of course, the protection one won't spray. I have more money than what I could spend, okay? Say it, think it, write it. If you say it every day, write it down on a sticky note, put it on your mirror. So that way you are reminded to say it daily. And that definitely helps with flows of money coming in. Okay, good luck, good prosperity coming in. I have more money than what I could spend. Good Lord, my candles are going crazy right now. Okay. So last week when I did the mediumship reading, my protection candle messed up my tablecloth because it burnt over because it was definitely warding off some stuff. The people I channeled for last week has very, very highly regarded ancestors, okay? And they were doing their work. So hopefully these candles don't go crazy. I do have it on the tray right now. So again, anyone who have a question about Diddy, you can ask the question in the chat. I'll write it down, okay? Hopefully I don't miss it. Again, like I said, I'm new to TikTok, so I'm not trying to keep my eyes on both of the comments, okay? All right, so I said the prayer already. I sprayed my protection. So let's see if we can get into the energy. And also, let me just show this evil eye to protect everyone. Evil eye. I'm going to say it again. Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Gabriel, Holy Spirit, Universe, Spirit Guides, Ancestors. Please protect me while I read tarot. Please extend your protection to my loved ones, anyone watching, their loved ones. Reject any negative energies or entities sent to interfere with this reading. Return to sender 10,000 fold. Allow for me to have clarity while deciphering these cards. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Also, Spirit, please help me with my accuracy during this reading. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so I'm going to be using 2 tarot decks. Okay, so I'm going to use the Urban Tarot, which is one of my favorite decks. And then I have this new one. It's called Dark Days Tarot. I'm also going to use the True Intentions Oracle cards along with the Gypsy Oracle cards, okay? These are pretty good Oracle cards as well. The True Intentions, I feel like, is going to definitely help me as far as, what was that? As far as, we're going to read that card because it just fell. As far as how people are feeling in regards to the situation. So we just had waiting, flip out, okay? I didn't even shuffle the cards yet, all right? Again, Ramona, thank you so much. We're going to use that card. That's the first card we're going to use. Thank you for my bell. So I'm going to ring the bell to clear the energies of the cards. It's definitely something waiting. It's a waiting game with this trial for sure, because there's stuff going on with the jury. There's things going on as in regards to evidence, and they didn't even get on the child trafficking. There's multiple charges that he's facing right now. Okay. Any Scorpio cards that pop out that may be relative to him, because I believe he was born November 4th. We just started last week when we were doing the mediumship and the other tarot reading. We mentioned him and then we started channeling his energies, but I asked the chat if they wanted me to stop, and they wanted me to stop. So I said I would do a separate reading for that. So this definitely is a waiting game. They're waiting. I feel like it's literally enough evidence to convict him for a very long time. But power, politics, money, all of that stuff comes into play. Okay, so we do have to take that type of stuff also into consideration. When you have a lot of money, like how he has money, when you have Diddy money, right, you could literally buy your way out of shit. All right. All right. Spirit, could you give me insight onto this card for waiting? So we're going to use the Dark Days Tarot card first. What's going on with Sean Puffy Combs in this trial? Overall energies. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so the cards are going to be flipping on the floor. That's what it's telling me. This is the second card to fall. Okay, so we have Aries with the Emperor. Okay. Now, I can't tell you if it flipped in reverse because it fell on the floor. I picked it up in the upright. Um, Definitely someone of power. So this Aries also could represent, even though he's a Scorpio, it could represent his actual energy in relation to his overall life. He's very, very powerful with money and just in space. Okay. He has a lot of influence over people. So this is someone that could also be losing stability, losing control. It fell on the floor again. So I don't know if it was truly in the reverse. But if this is his energy, this is someone that has lost control over others and himself. Okay, so we have sideways the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Money influences, okay? So this Aries has influenced people's money, all right? That waiting is probably waiting to see if the money transactions that he probably paid in regards to this trial is going to come through. This is the energy of also being youthful. Young people are probably involved in this transaction or multiple transactions. These transactions probably have been made through, I'm going to say it, his children. I heard children. So perhaps his son, more of a masculine energy coming in, and this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. He has multiple children. So let me write down some notes. Diddy's son. I feel like this may be, I don't know his name, the one that looks like him. Okay, he could be also manipulating the situation, and now he's been given power over the situation or over trying to figure out how to get money. Filtering of money is what's happening. So as we know from some of the testimonies is that he has money in multiple accounts in other people's names. So his son may have some dealings with this, and his son may be also paying people in relation to this trial. We have the Two of Pentacles sideways again. Again, we have earth signs coming in, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Now that's juggling of money. Again, that's moving money around, okay? Moving money from place to place, also trying to hide money, trying to get people on board with money, with the influence of money, because that emperor is the influence, okay? Waiting. That waiting is definitely trying to see if it's working. Who is going to bite? I feel like a lot of people are very afraid to be affiliated with him right now because their dark deeds that they may have done, not even in relation to him, may be exposed, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Five of Pentacles. Hardship. This is the card of hardship. This is the card of loss, financial loss. Okay. That's the energy that he's facing. And again, more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So there's a lot of money dealings. A lot of money dealings. Okay. I also think that this is representative of any future lawsuits that may be coming down the pipeline, waiting to hear back to see who is actually suing in relation to this trial. I feel like right now he is trying to figure out how he can hold on to what he already has, even the hidden money that he has in other accounts. People want it, all right? And some people are definitely into this little situation also for their own personal gain. Not everyone. There are a lot of victims out there, true victims, but there are also a lot of people that are exploiting this situation, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Okay. So we have the Two of Pentacles, the card of love. We have the Ten of Cups. And when we have the Sagittarius in reverse, the Patience card is in reverse. That's in conjunction with that waiting, right? So very impatient energies, okay? He's relying on the love of his family, the love of his loved ones, and their loyalty right now with that waiting, okay? So they're definitely working behind the scenes for him, as we know, because that loyalty is definitely there, okay? This is also representative of trying not to lose composure, trying to keep one's cool, Okay. So during this waiting period, he's very anxious. That's the energies I'm getting from him. He has a lot of anxious energies. So we're going to pull from the true intentions in regards to that waiting card. So he has a lot of anxious energies around him right now because he doesn't know if he's going to be outed for his own side dealings. Thank you, Spirit. See? His side dealings are definitely hidden. Okay, that love that he has from his children and his family members, that bond is unbreakable. So no matter what these people say about him in court, they are still going to stand by his side. They're very loyal to him. He has a lot of loyal people around him despite his mean-spirited ways towards people. Okay, all right, hold on, y'all. Spirit, could you tell me the true intentions behind this waiting card? Am I correct in regards to his children moving money around and paying people off? And I feel like this is definitely going to be exposed at some point. It's going to come out that he is paying. He had his children, in particular that son. That son may also face some charges later on down the line. And it may not even be just related to the money movements, but he may also face some kind of RICO charges as well. It's definitely dealings. I feel like he signed over the businesses secretly to his family members, his children, and also the twins. The twins has something to do with this as well. They had just turned 18. Okay, so they are just coming of age. So the twins also may be I'm not going to say that they're implicated because they have no literal legal dealings with this situation, right? They're children still. They're young adults at this point, but now they're of legal age to obtain certain things. So there's going to be a lot of people that may have to sue family members for assets, and that may be a battle to get. That son, though, I feel like that son, I gotta figure out what his name is. Ramona, could you do me a favor? Could you look up his son's name? The brown skin one that looks just like him for me, please. So we have curious. I'm intrigued and want to learn more. Curiosity, right? So the curiosity with that waiting card, I do feel like that son is going to face charges of his own in regards to whatever he may have done to other people, and also in conjunction to the money movements. Okay, the movements of funds, the hiding of finances. Okay, definitely hiding money. There's money also still in other people's possession, large amounts of money. Now, in the United States, you're only allowed to possess $10,000 in cash. Everything else has legally is supposed to be within a banking institution because they want to track where that money came from, where that money's going. Okay, so I feel like the son has a large amount of money that he's hiding, like actual cash money. Okay. That curiosity, again, that's that waiting, the energy of waiting, the energy of not knowing what is going on, okay, with this situation, if it's actually working, if they're going to be caught. But I do feel like also too, the children are willing to take that risk, his loved ones. His mother can't really do too much right now because she's been mentioned many times in this trial. So I feel like she's very reserved into what she's putting her hands in, because I feel like she's worried about her own criminal charges as well. Okay, in regards to the allegations of her dealings with him trafficking people. Okay, sex trafficking is definitely a big problem in this country, across the world. Servitude trafficking is also a thing too, where you will be trafficked to serve, not just for sex. But this is definitely something that his family is holding very close to their chest. They're not really even speaking of it amongst each other. They don't even trust talking in their homes because their homes are bugged. Okay, they have everything tapped up. The feds definitely went into their homes and they placed devices in everyone's home to listen to their private conversations. So I feel like sometimes they meet out in public and discuss these things out in open space to avoid detection. I also see people leaving their phones in their vehicles when they meet up and going for walks. Okay, so he's definitely that KK person too, his assistant, she is definitely, I'm surprised they haven't called her as a witness, because she is definitely about to face some heat. She may have her own separate charges as well. But I feel like they definitely speak to KK in person. They don't talk on the phone. They don't talk in their homes. They don't talk in their cars. They literally leave their devices in their vehicles and they go on about their business. So now we have thief. The thief card came out. All right, Spirit, what do you have for the thief card in relations to Sean Combs? Yeah. So two things, right? He is being accused of being a thief. The thief of joy, the thief of innocence, the thief of actual careers. Okay, there's some people that also themselves, okay, uh, over their dealings with him in the past. So there's a lot more people that is involved in this situation than they could actually prove, because these people are already long gone. We're not talking about the ones that were actually murdered or just died. There's people that literally hurt themselves to the point of perishing over this situation with him, over stealing money. Okay, there's a lot of artists out there that has faced hardship, okay, and had losses, that Five of Pentacles energy over him. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles now. Thief and the Six of Pentacles. I told this motherfucker to fucking... I'm sorry, y'all. I hate when people call me when they know I'm on live. And I said, don't call me, text me. And now I hear ringing in my ear. Okay, so we have Six of Pentacles, the thief card, with the generosity. So someone could have literally stolen money from another person and again hidden it in another account. So this is hidden accounts, hidden bank accounts under literal false names. Okay, someone has a false ID and they're going and they're withdrawing that money. Someone also who is trusted with that money, right, is probably taking that money out without authority, without knowledge. Okay, and this could get back to him throughout the trial, and he may have to retaliate against this person. So I don't know who is stealing the money. Someone could be stealing his money, or this could be money stolen that he stole from other people, that's put in someone else's name. We have the King of Pentacles sideways, more Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, Earth sign energy coming in strong, Tower in reverse. It's inevitable endings, okay? This thief will be exposed. Whoever this thief is, whoever is accused of being a thief, he may also have some kind of legal dealings with people. This could also be his feelings on being sued by people. Feels like they are the thieves, and these are people that he helped with the Six of Pentacles energy. Okay, this King of Pentacles is also someone who is very authoritative. Okay, this person's generous. This person has a lot of money. This could be his energy as well, coming in. All right, and he's upset about it. The people that he felt like should be standing by him right now, they're not standing by him, and he feels like they stole from him. They didn't hold up their promise of loyalty. Okay, but there's definitely, and this is going to be exposed. Okay, so he may have countersuits as well for people stealing from him. How far it will go, I don't know. I can't tell you. Tell me more. Whether he will be successful in getting the money, I don't know. If he could prove it, but then he's also going to have to prove where the money came from. Okay, and if he was able to obtain the funds legally. Okay, granted, he has a shitload of money, but they're definitely combing through all of his finances, okay, with tooth and comb. And also, this could also be related to, I just heard the trafficking. This could also be money from the trafficking, okay? Trying to figure out if it aligns with his business dealings or if this money came from other criminal activities, okay? So next we have Gemini with the Lovers. So this trial started during, I want to say Gemini season, okay? So the money movements was supposed to happen, or this person could have stole the money in the month of May. This could also be, yes, Shamia, Ramona bought me my bell. It came today. I'm so grateful for her. um, this could be relation to the time period of Gemini. This could also be someone that, again, that divine, undying devotion towards him, someone that truly cares about him, truly loves him, and believes in his freedom. I'm not going to say they believe in his innocence. I feel like they know that he's done wrong things, but I don't think that they believe that he should go away to prison. They want him out. All right, Spirit, tell me more. With that thief card, who's the thief? Or the thief could be an actual Gemini person, okay? I feel like this person could be a male. A male. I feel like this is a man who may be accused of stealing or moving that money around, or this person that is looked at as the thief by him. I do feel like this is, you said 50 Cent's baby mama. Is she a Gemini? Queen of Swords. This is Gemini again, okay? Speaking truth, harsh truth. Someone is definitely screaming right now to the rooftops. They're broadcasting shit. They got their soapbox out. They're standing on that box and they're talking. All right. This person is definitely a person of intuition and wit. This person is very, very smart. All right. And I feel like they definitely keep receipts. So whoever this is kept receipts on him so they could gain. This person kept receipts so they could benefit in the long run. And I do feel like this person didn't really trust him too much. He may have had more faith in this person's loyalty than he should have. He trusted this person a little too much with too many things. I feel like there's a turn of events. A lot of people are doing things that he didn't think they would do. Oh God, it's so hot in here. Tell me more. Leo with the strength. So we have a major arcana coming in again. So we are actually we're in Cancer season right now. We could be, something could be coming to a conclusion during Leo season. This person could also be exposed sometime next month, or there could be a Leo that's coming forward also with this Queen of Swords. These two could be working together as well. This Gemini and this Leo could be working together to gain, to profit. Heavy on the profits. Tell me more. All for profit. Ace of Disc. All for profits. All for the love of money. Okay? Money is the root of all evil, and it's showing right now with this trial. Someone is definitely going to gain money from this situation, or they have gained some sort of finances. I feel like this person feels like that it was owed to them, and that they knew of his reputation of mishandling other people's monies, and they said, you're not going to mishandle mine. Neither one is a Gemini. Okay. Cassie. Okay. Her baby was just born during Gemini season as well. Spirit, tell me more in regards to this Ace of Discs, the Strength, and the Painter card, the Queen of Swords. And it's ironically, this Queen of Swords card is the card of the Painter. So someone's definitely painting the picture. The picture has been painted. Again, that truth speaker, very, very, very smart person. Okay, this person is a lot smarter than people think. And I feel like in regards to the situation, they have the upper hand, believe it or not. This person is not safe. This person is not safe. True intentions, love. I love you and I only want to add happiness to your life. And it was in reverse. So whoever this is, definitely had some kind of strong love for him. Like, again, I feel like it could be a male energy, or this could be someone that's in their masculine energy right now, a woman that's in their masculine energy. But I feel like this person definitely had genuine happiness, wanted this person to be happy, wanted him to be happy. There's an energy of betrayal too. Someone feels deeply betrayed because this love card was in the reverse, and the Gemini's card is the card of the lovers again, but the lovers came out in the upright. Okay, so someone probably also is flip-flopping back and forth on whether they made the right decision. I feel like they opened a can of worms. Okay. This could, if this is related to Cassie, this could also be his ideal of her, of saying, I paid you and you're still testifying. Now, people have to realize it doesn't matter what you do civilly. When legally the government comes in and they say, hello, we need you to come and testify, you're subpoenaed, you can go to prison if you don't show up. You can go to prison if you lie on the stand and they find out that you committed perjury. So it's deeper than being paid off. A lot of people said, how did he pay her? And she still testified, because the government trumps all. Okay. What the government says is what stands. That's what sticks. Okay. They're the ones who can say, I don't give a damn how much money he gave you. You're going to tell us this information. And if you lie, we're going to lock you up. If we catch you lying, you're going to jail. Okay. And I don't think anyone wants to go to jail behind this. This is definitely in conjunction with Epstein. All right. Let's pull another oracle. Thank you, Spirit. All right. I feel like this trial also, I feel like heavy that it may result in a mistrial, and this would have to be a repeated process. I'm kind of 50-50 with that. Okay. I feel like there's definitely juror tampering going on. I feel like the jurors are talking and they're not supposed to talk. Okay. They're telling people stuff that they're not supposed to speak of, and they're not following the rules. Okay. Dana Chan, the mother of his youngest daughter, the 4-year-old he has, right? Okay. All right, Spirit. It is so hot in here. My candles are burning too fast, too. All right, let's pull another card from the Gypsy Oracle. I also feel like there's a lot of code words, right? People are speaking in code again. People are going on these walks in these public places and they're not speaking about a lot. In confined, closed spaces. The feds definitely put bugs in people's houses, not just Diddy's house. They're watching everything. And this is definitely related to Epstein, okay? Because there's things that they have to protect. There's very high people in high places that are very afraid right now of being exposed as pedophiles, okay? And I have to be very careful talking about that. But I do feel like there's a lot of politicians, there's a lot of judges, there's people in the industry also that may be accused of pedophilia. Now, the definition of pedophilia is having sexual attraction to minors, okay? Children of prepubescent ages, okay? Not just like a 15, 16-year-old. Yes, that's still considered borderline pedophilia, but technically the definition is prepubescent children. So children who hasn't fully developed sexually, okay? Smaller children under the age of 12. Next we have wife. Now Diddy was never married to any actual woman. But he has had multiple women that he considered to be like a wife. Now, honestly, I'm really trying to tread lightly with the stuff I'm saying. Kim Porter just came to mind when I pulled that wife card. Okay. I feel like Kim Porter has a lot of receipts as well in her possession, and she secretly documented a lot of things, right? And she definitely distributed these things to multiple people that she trusted. The judge kicked out 2 jurors because one of them was talking. Diddy is trying to buy the juror. Okay, that could be that thief, that money matters, because I know juror number 6, they were talking about their residency, and then there was another juror that came under scrutiny, and they had to pause the trial for a day. I definitely feel like the jurors are talking, and those are probably the ones that's meeting in those public places with family members. Okay, and they're also having other people meet with them. 6 of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is coming to mind. Air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. I feel like this could be Kim Porter's energy. Let me see when Kim Porter passed away. No, she passed away in December, I think. Let me see when she was born. Because I feel like the 6 of Swords is transitioning. I feel like this wife transitioned. I feel like this is Kim Porter with that 6 of Swords coming out. Let me see. She was born December 15th, Sagittarius, 1970, and she died November 15th, okay? So she was a Sagittarius. This individual may be Kim Porter's energy of the wife. Tell me more about the wife, Spirit, and the 6 of Swords. What do you have for that? They just reopened the Kim case again. Yeah, I bet. Because she was a perfectly healthy woman that died at that age. Pneumonia? Come on now. All that money people have. Virgo energy with the Hermit. And then we have the 8 of Cups sideways. She moved on. I think this is Kim Porter's energy. I got goosebumps right now. So the Hermit is the card of solitude, right? 6 of Swords is a card of movement, transitioning, moving on, elevation. The Hermit card is the card of solitude, staying away, keeping to oneself, self-reflection. And the 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups card is the card of walking away, difficulties walking away. Okay, so her energy is definitely, I have goosebumps. Her energy is definitely tied to this situation and this trial. And I feel like she is beyond the grave. May she rest in peace. But from beyond the grave, she is also having dealings with the exposure of a lot of things that's coming out, okay? That Hermit in between the 6 of Swords and that 8 of Cups tell me that this individual is not seen. And because it came out as wife, I think this is Kim Porter because he looked at her as a wife, okay? Those are the mother of some of his children, okay? They were together for a very long time and they still had family ties after her death. Okay, so I feel like this is someone that's not seen. No one can see her. And that's the wife. I feel like this is Kim Porter's energy. Fire signs came to mind when I pulled that 6 of Swords card. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Tell me more, Spirit. Her spirit is not at peace. No, she's not at rest. Because she was... I'm trying to be very careful. I believe my personal opinion is that she did not die a natural death of pneumonia. I do not believe that that's how she passed away. We have the Ace of Wands sideways. This person was very creative. Kim Porter was a model, okay? Writer. She was writing. Okay, so this person is definitely, there's a lot more than just the book. Okay, that book is just something that people are saying, right? But she has other things that she actually made, all right? I feel like she was making things and she hid a lot of stuff inside the things that she made. She wrote things down, Okay. And she would hide it under stuff, in stuff that she would make and gift to people. And I feel like Kimora Lee Simmons just came to mind as well. She was a very close friend of Kim Porter. And Kimora Lee Simmons is being very, very quiet right now. When is Kimora? And we have to also think about like these are older, more mature adults at the present time, right? That's been in the game for a very long time. Kimora was married to Russell Simmons when she was pretty young. Okay, so Kimora is 50 years old. She was born May 4th, so she's a Taurus. Okay, I feel like Kimora may have some information and insight as well in regards to something that Kim gave her. Okay, and she's just holding on to it. But I feel like there's an energy of fear from her in regards to exposing it. Okay. Kimora was very young when she got with Russell Simmons. So I feel like this trafficking thing too, not saying that she was trafficked, but I feel like this trafficking subject, right, is definitely weighing heavy on her mind because she looks at exploitation of younger adults, younger energies, okay? And I feel like she also feels like she was a victim to the entertainment world as far as being exploited at a young age, okay? Being manipulated at a young age and having money as like a carrot being dangled in front of her face. Another one who needs to go to jail for abusing those women. Listen, I feel like Kimora is definitely putting everything into perspective right now. Again, fear is definitely heavy with this whole situation because a lot of things are coming out that they thought would never come out, okay? Because money and power goes hand in hand. And a lot of people probably felt like no one would believe these individuals. Now, I feel like a lot of times when you are a victim of sexual abuse in particular, okay, and you aren't able to break out of that environment, it's the energy of Stockholm syndrome, where you don't realize that your abuser is actually abusing you, and you don't believe that it is abuse. You start to believe in the ideology of the person who's victimizing you. I feel like as you get older, you look at things at a different perspective and a different angle, more of an adult lens, and you see things like, damn, that was kind of fucked up. I was really young when this happened, or this person had no business doing X, Y, and Z. So I think that's what Kimora Lee Simmons is going through in her head right now, and she's keeping very quiet. We have the Ace of Swords reverse. In relation to this wife card, she's not at peace. Okay, she's definitely trying to get people to see what she's been saying. If this is Kim Porter's energy, which I really feel like it is, she's causing. People are confused. Okay, it's the questioning of her death, questioning how she passed away. Right now, there's a lot of breadcrumb information, okay? But there was also whispers. I'll Be Sure is spearheading this because he was truly in love with Kim Porter even after their actual divorce or after their separation. I feel like the son, Quincy, may also be a bit confused onto who to be loyal to at this point because he looks at Diddy as his father figure, a second father, and he trusts him, but he also missed his mother and has reservations in regards to how his mother passed away. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. Five of Swords, defeat. The card of defeat, arguments, fights. Arguments and fights. Kim Porter was fighting. If this is Kim Porter's energy, she's fighting right now for the truth to be revealed. Okay, it's a lot heavy on the air sign Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Heavy on the mental fights. Okay, in people's minds. She's also visiting people beyond the grave. People see her an actual living people as they walk, and they do a double take, and then it's not her because she's passed on. She's visiting her children in their dreams. Okay, they're having a lot of intuitive downloads from her. I got goosebumps in here. I feel like I don't want to do mediumship. I don't want to do mediumship, but whenever I talk about deceased people, that's what happens. Okay. I feel like Kim Porter wants him to go down, okay, for everything that he's done, not just to her, but to everyone, okay? She's in support of Cassie right now as well, even though he was messing with her behind his back, behind her back. What was that? Trying to pick the cards up the way they fall, y'all. All right. Okay. So we have the Six of Cups. The Knight of Wands in reverse. And the Knight of Disc. Okay, the Six of Cups is the pleasure card, okay? High sexual energies, also nostalgic thoughts to the past. So again, if this is Kim Porter's energy, she's definitely thinking about her children right now. That is her number one concern, is the safety and well-being and mental health of her children during this trial. She's trying to comfort them by visiting them a lot. I feel like they're, especially the twins. It's something with the twins. I feel like she's more concerned about the twins right now as well, because of the scrutiny that their father is coming under, and also them their mental well-being. But I feel like they're very strong girls, okay, and they have one another as a support. Their bond is remarkable, as you guys can see. They dress alike. They do everything together. They're always together. You never see one twin without the other. So the mother, Kim Porter, wants them to stay together. Okay, so she's definitely heavy in her children's lives still, in their thoughts and prayers. I feel like they visit her, when they visit her gravesite where her and her mother is buried. They have a renewal feeling of being there. Okay, more grounding energy whenever they go, and their perception and perspective is clarified. They have clarity when they visit the gravesite, and I feel like they visit the gravesite quite often. Let me look up and see when Quincy is born. That Knight of Wands in reverse, that's the card that says the rock star. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. All right, it's in the reverse, and it's also an energy of like impulsion, someone that moves very fast, someone that's very witty. They talk really fast. They could also be into music, because that is an actual creative card. Wands represents creativity and also intuition. This person is very intuitive. So he's a Gemini. He was born June 4th, 1991. See when the twins. And the twins are on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn, because they were born December 21st, 2006. Okay. Now that Knight of Disc. Okay, so that rock star in reverse, Knight of Disc, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So these are younger people, okay? These are people that don't have a lot of life experience. Someone definitely is learning lessons right now, but they're trying to walk a different path. I feel like Kim wants her children to walk a different path from their father. Okay, she wants them to study. That she wants them to grow their mind, but she also wants them to not be influenced by money. Now, because that's the Knight of Disc, it's also a very diligent person, a very intuitive person with the wands. And also, this could be a combination of her children. I don't think it's just one. Okay. Someone may also be into culinary arts because that is the card of the gourmet chef. So whoever she wants her children to follow their passions, follow their dreams, and not just walk in Diddy's shadows right now. But these are definitely younger people that she's thinking about, that she has these nostalgic thoughts about with the Six of Cups. Okay, there's a deep love, and she wants to fight. She's fighting very hard right now. Tell me more, Spirit. This is definitely Kim Porter's energy. Ooh, I'm hot. I want to turn the fan up, but I feel like it's going to blow my candles out. All right. Hopefully the fan doesn't distort the audio. Tell me more, Spirit. Give me one card from True Intentions for the wife card. Honesty was already flipped. Honesty. I will be truthful and transparent in all interactions, even when it may be difficult. All right. Again, speaking beyond the grave, I have goosebumps still from her, and it's 90 degrees in here. This is definitely Kim Porter's energy. Okay. She wants the truth to come out. She doesn't like what's happening. She doesn't like what happened when she was living. And she wants for people to get justice. She wants justice herself. Okay, let's pull one more. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, tell me more in regards to Diddy, please. Thank you, Ramona, for my bell. I'm so excited. I'm so happy for my bell. Medications. Someone may be medicated right now. Someone may be requesting medications to kind of numb what's going on. I don't feel like this is Diddy's energy. I don't feel like he trusts taking medication while incarcerated, especially what just happened with R. Kelly, overly medicating someone or giving someone the wrong medication on purpose. Maybe someone's suggesting he takes medication for his insomnia. I feel like he's not sleeping well for sure. With this is stressful being in a trial like this, okay? And your dirty laundry is being exposed, okay? Okay, so we had surprise come out in reverse. I'm gonna flip it up. And then we had cheerfulness. Surprise was in the reverse, and cheerfulness is in the upright. Okay. I feel like with these two coming out, for one person, it's a negative surprise, but for the other person, it's happiness. So I feel like this may be a mistrial. This could be the energy of a mistrial, is what I'm getting. Okay, people are going to be surprised at what happens. Okay, but on the flip side, someone's going to be happy. The cheerfulness, happiness. All right, Spirit. Tell me more for that surprise reverse in the cheerfulness card. That surprise is going to come as a surprise. Tell me more, Spirit. Thank you for these downloads. The Empress in reverse. A matriarch. Womanly figure. Tell me more. That's a matriarch. That's someone's mother. Someone's mother may come out with something. Queen of Wands sideways. That's a very powerful mother figure. Okay? I feel like it's so interesting. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Also, the Queen of Wands represent like a legal like lawyer too. So this could be, does he have a female lawyer? This could be a lawyer. It's a woman. Let me see. I wonder if he has multiple lawyers. Okay. Alexandra Shapiro. I wonder if that's her. I feel like this is a person, a woman figure. She probably have children, or she's looked at as a motherly figure that has some kind of influence. I feel like someone may want to drop from the case. Okay, so if this is, that's not her. This is a womanly figure. Okay, this is someone that I feel like someone wants to leave the case. Okay, someone may want to recuse themselves or exit the stage. It's very, I don't know, it's hard for me to pull this energy. This is someone that is definitely a mother figure. They have children, but they're in the reverse, okay? So someone has bad feelings. I feel like the female lawyer that he has doesn't have good feelings about what's happening on this trial right now. Let me see. I'm trying to see when her birthday is. I don't know if she has red hair. I think this is her. Red hair. This is his lawyer. This is one of his lawyers. I feel like this energy is her, okay? And I feel like she's kind of in between. I feel like she doesn't believe he's innocent at all, but she still have a job to do. Next, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So the Queen of Swords came out again. So again, that's that truth speaker. That's that speaking harshly. She's in the reverse now. So this is also looking at perversions, okay? I feel like the perversions is bothering her, okay? She may be keeping it to herself, but she does not like it, Okay. She probably wants to recuse herself. She probably doesn't want to work on this case anymore, but she still have a job to do. She could also be being pushed by her husband to continue on this trial. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I feel like this is a personal with her. Just speaking, I don't know if she has family members or friends or close relatives that may have gone through this type of abuse before, and this could be a little triggering to her, even though she's a professional and she knows how to separate her feelings. Five of Cups. We have the Five of Cups upright. I feel like she's taking a lot of criticism. Okay. I think that he could be talking to her real crazy. All right. When they have their little sidebar conversations or their visits in prison, he's talking to her real fucking crazy. Okay. And she's getting mad. And she's biting her tongue, and she's probably telling him about himself. I think that she could be cussing him out. I think they're arguing. He's arguing with his legal team, in particular her. Okay. And I feel like, I don't know if she's, I have to do a little bit more research. I'm not sure if she's the one who's spearheading a lot of the questioning, or they could be getting ready for the defense to do their part of the trial. And I feel like he is trying to tell her how to do her job, and she's not liking that shit. Okay. There's an energy of regret and remorse with this Five of Cups. All right. I feel like she does not like being told what to do, especially by the clients that she's representing. And she's like, I'm the one with the law degree. I'm the one who's doing, who you paid to do the job. I went to school for this. I know what I'm doing. And on top of it, you're not even fucking innocent. That's what I feel like is happening behind the scenes. I feel like she's trying to reason with him, and he's being nasty. I feel like he's blaming her for anything that may be going wrong in the trial, even though it is not her doing. Okay. And she's getting tired of it. Or this could be the other lawyers gaslighting her as well. That surprise, and cheerful surprise, I don't know what that is. I feel like it's going to be a mistrial. And the second time around, she's not going to be on the case. Okay. There's also an energy of not feeling appreciated with that Five of Cups as well. All right. She does not like what's happening. I feel like she's preparing. They're preparing opening statements, because I feel like they haven't started. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow is the day that they start. One more card from this deck. Spirit, tell me more, please. Is this Alexandra Shapiro? I think this is the female lawyer. Ace of Wands. Trying to creatively figure out how to bring forth bring forth information to discredit the witnesses. Okay. Cross-examining is going to have to be very, very, very intense. I feel like she has to step her game up. She's thinking about how she is going to persuade the jurors. Okay. Especially if he was trying to pay the jury off, or any of the jurors off. Okay. She's probably arguing with him over that. There's arguments, heavy on the arguments. They're bickering. Okay. She's arguing with the other defense attorneys as well. And she's arguing with him. Or she's arguing with his family members. What was that? I feel like there was a card flipped in here. Spirit, tell me more if this is Alexandra Shapiro's energy. I feel like this is the lawyer's energy. And also, too, like, it's like that Queen of Wands, when she's in the upright, she's very confident. When she's not in the upright and she's flipped in the reverse, she's not very confident. This was sideways. So she's having reservations. She's going back and forth, whoever this is. All right, so we have the Fool energy coming out. Thank you, Spirit. In reverse. We have the Sun in reverse. We have the Five of Cups upright, the card of disappointment. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. Thank you for the gift, Candence. What's this? I don't even know what this is. Hold on, y'all. I don't even know. What is this? All these things popping up now. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah. I definitely feel like this is the lawyer's energy. Okay. She does not like what's happening. I feel like she's not very confident in the things that's happening. That happened with the prosecution's defense. The prosecution's part of the trial, I'll say, and now she's going to have to step her game up when it comes time for the defense. That Five of Cups, that's the card of disappointment, okay? Again, this is more, it's the same. Repetitive energy, all right? Pissed off, resentment, feeling unloved, feeling left out, feeling unacknowledged, just completely disregarded, okay? I feel like she's not being treated fairly by her own team. And she's getting tired of it. She's thinking about walking away. She doesn't like what's happening. Four of Cups in reverse with the Ten of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, heavy on this, okay? I think that's the cheerfulness. I feel like if this does result in a mistrial, that's going to be what she's aiming for. She could be aiming for a mistrial. But if it's a mistrial in regards to him doing things like paying the fucking jurors off or trying to tamper with the jury, it's not going to be good on his part. But she wants this part to be over with that Ten of Cups. So it's interesting that you have the cheerfulness card with the negative surprise, and then you have all these negative cards, and then you have happiness. So something's going to happen in her favor. Okay, so it may be the mistrial that I'm feeling. All right. The options that she's been given, she's not very happy with. She's definitely having to think outside the box right now. Not saying that she's unable to, because she's a very prestigious lawyer, okay, very esteemed lawyer, and she has a lot of I think she has a lot of wins, okay? I haven't really did much research on her. I didn't even know her name before this live, but I feel like she has a lot of wins, and she does not want to take an L because of this trial. And anyone, whether it's the defense or the prosecution, whoever the loser is, they're looking at it as a professional loss, okay? Hi, ENRJI. All right. Spirit, give me one card from the True Intentions in regards to Alexandra Shapiro. Reconnection. I know it's been a while, but I miss you being in my life. Very interesting. I wonder if she's married. And the only reason why I grabbed this card too is because this is the card of happiness. It says Sadie. And this is the card of love. So I wonder if she is being cheered on by someone from her past. I feel like she's married though. I feel like she's married. And I feel like with that card coming out, this could be someone that she's probably confiding in outside of her marriage. Let's see. Alex Shapiro. Let's see if she has a husband. I think this is her. Jonathan Paul Bach. He's another lawyer. Let me see. I feel like this could be someone that, yeah, she's married. She's married. She's definitely married. So I feel like there's someone, probably someone that she may have gone to law school with, perhaps, that she reconnected with, or someone that professionally guided her when she was in law school. Okay. And I don't know if it's a romantic relation, someone that she was romantically tied to that is guiding her. Not saying that she's having an affair on her husband. I'm not saying that at all. But someone of fondness. Okay. It could be Tinny Gerajos, the daughter of celebrity defense attorney Mark Garego. I don't know who that is. The defense attorney, Mark Garego. So Mark Garego's on her team, right? Yes, she's being guided by somebody. I feel like someone is cheering her on while she's feeling mistreated. Because I definitely feel like she's being mistreated right now. Thank you, Ramona. All right, interesting. Okay. Let's clear this and pull another one. Okay, this Diddy thing is crazy. I don't even feel this fan. Uh-oh. Put it right here. Hold on. Now I'm messing up. I do not feel this fan at all, but my poor candles are going out. Diddy, they're both Diddy's lawyer. Another one who needs to go to jail for abusing. Oh, wait, hold on. What happened to the comments? Hopefully I could catch it. Russell. The comments are all weird. Okay, they're both Diddy's lawyers. Okay, this person could be definitely motivating her to not feel the way she feels, trying to give her that restored hope. But I feel like she's not too happy with this shit. All right, Spirit, thank you for these downloads. I'm gonna name this Ramona's bell. I'm gonna name my bell Ramona. That's Ramona. My bell's gonna be named Ramona. I just heard pillow talk. So, someone's talking about this case to their significant other. Pillow talking. Sounds like just the last one. Yeah, the last one was a little cheesy though. Because it kept falling apart and I kept like fixing it. I knew it was gonna like break totally, and then I grabbed it one day and it all fell apart. This is a good one. Thank you. Her name's gonna be Ramona. All right. I heard pillow talk. Spirit, could you give me another card in relation to the Diddy trial? What would you like for us to know? The energies of anyone involved. Oh, we have soldier. Soldier. Maybe someone has military ties. Soldier. Let's pull one more. Soldier. And then we have servant. Soldier and servant. Who served in the military? Soldier and a servant. Soldier and a servant. Let's see. Soldier and a servant. Okay, I can see the servant one, but the soldier I'm not quite sure of. Unless someone is looked at like one of his soldiers, Diddy's soldiers, a loyal person. I wonder who had military ties. Hold on, y'all. See, because a lot of times lawyers have a lot of different life experience. I wonder if this is another lawyer. Who's a soldier? And then we have servant. Someone served in the military. Let's see. Military. That one stumped me. Military personnel. Related to Diddy. Let's see. Oh, this could be one of the people that raided the house, maybe. Okay. Witness testimony, a former assistant. Oh, okay. This could be Brendan Paul. Okay, it says, witness testimony, a former assistant, Brendan Paul, testified that Diddy instructed his staff to move like SEAL Team 6 and to be militant in anticipating his needs. Servant and soldier. The last one. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's an old comment. This could be Brendan Paul. Or this could be one of the actual people that raided the house. Okay, let's see. Spirit, what else do you have for soldier and servant? That could be his assistant. That could be his assistant. Tell me more, Spirit, on that servant and soldier card. Go back to the comments. Is this Brendan Paul? If so, give me more insight. He said move like SEAL Team 6. Good Lord. Okay. Tell me more. Five of Cups reverse again. Then the wheel sideways. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, someone that was casted out. Again, resentment. Someone that has resentful energy. This individual has resentful energy. I don't know who this is. This could be Brendan Paul, but I'm not sure. Tell me more. Because that servant came out, and that's like an assistant. Probably was treated like a servant. Both assistants because they cleaned the hotels after the freak-offs. Okay. That sounds more like assistants. Thank you, Ramona. Six of Swords. I will be mad cleaning that shit up. Okay. They don't want shit to do with this. They don't like how they were treated, especially whoever this is. Um, Either one of the assistants, whichever assistant this is, don't want anything to do with the situation. Okay, definitely trying to separate themselves from the situation because they were treated like shit with that Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, that Five of Cups was once flipped upright, and they, when you do things for money, it's kind of like at some point, right? You start to question your own integrity. Okay, so the things that they saw, they don't want to be a part of it. All right, it's a legal protection. All right, they're trying to get out of it legally. They don't want to legally be bound to the shit. We have the Eight of Wands reverse. Yeah, they're definitely moving away from this. And it's a slow movement, right? Slowly detaching themselves from the situation. We have Scorpio with the Death card. This is Diddy's card. And then the Three of Pentacles. Cleaning sperm, allegedly. Gotta say that word so no one can sue us. Yes. Cleaning residuals of the residual things, body fluids. So things are not moving quick enough. They couldn't get away from them quick enough. Honestly, this could have also been the assistants wanting to move away from him and trying to find other opportunities, but to be kind of careful with not being blackballed. All right. And it was hard for them to find other employment or hard for them to move away from him with the knowledge that they had as well. Okay. That Death card with the Scorpio, this is Diddy's energy for sure. Because he is a Scorpio, and it's also that fear as well. The negativity, the holding on to stuff. The Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork, right? Working together, trying to work with him and keep him happy enough for them to move away and not get the treatment that the other assistant got. Okay, because definitely it's kind of like the energy of you don't leave me, I leave you. That's the energy I get from the people that has dealt with Diddy in the past. He quits you, you don't quit him. Okay, and if you do quit him, he makes sure that your life is a living hell. And even if he quits you, he still makes sure that you can't do what you need to do just to survive and have basic needs. It's kind of like that servant. They felt like servants than assistants. All right, they worked together though, to try to keep things together, but they didn't want to be involved with this. This is the energy I'm getting from this. That's very interesting. Tell me more, Spirit. Wow. They're going to also be called to the stand when the defense come up. And I feel like it's kind of like, can I still be touched? Okay, if I say certain things, am I going to be in harm's way, physically and professionally? So next we have the Six of Pentacles, the card of success, the generosity card. He was giving them a lot of money to do things, to keep things under wraps, right? He was generous when he wanted to be. But also when you look at this card, right? It's a man sitting on a chair having his shoes shined. He's reading a book or a newspaper and he's throwing the pentacles, and there's a man that's kind of begging with his hand out, right? On his hands and knees. And there's also, it looks like toilet paper or something at the bottom too. So this is an energy of feeling like they had to compromise their integrity for money. An energy of compromise. Tell me more. I definitely feel like there's going to be a mistrial. Oh, that's too much, Spirit. Too many. It was the Seven of Cups, though. Many options, okay? Options to do things. Also, too, like, I feel like they also didn't want to get too deep into his personal things like that, because they also didn't want to become a part of the freak offs, okay? I do feel like that KK person, she knows a lot more than everyone else does. Like she was the ultimate image cleanup person. Okay, she cleaned up the image. She made sure that his personal dealings stayed personal. And I feel like the assistants went to her and complained about him a lot. And she was kind of like the one who would tell him what they were saying. So it's definitely an energy of treading lightly. Tell me more, Spirit. They're definitely keeping quiet. Slow movement. The cards are not giving. Okay. They're definitely keeping quiet with everything. Okay. I even feel like because they signed those NDAs, they didn't even tell like I did hear pillow talk, but I don't know if they told their spouses or their significant others about what was really happening because of the NDA. So it's kind of like holding in a lot of stuff. But people don't realize, even though you sign an NDA, you could literally talk to a therapist about stuff that's happening, and they have a legal obligation to report any criminal activity, especially if it is related to people's safety. Three of Wands. So I don't know if one of the assistants actually confided in like a therapist over this, because this is some shit that people would need therapy from, or they may go to a therapist after the trial to kind of clear their conscience. All right. And the drugs, it was a lot. That money, this Six of Pentacles energy could definitely be related to Brendan Paul, because I believe he was the one who was also dealing with the drugs. I don't know if he's the one who got caught with the drugs at the airport, but he may have been paid a little bit more for his loyalty to keep quiet. With that Three of Wands too, this is probably the movement of transport. And very ironic in this card, it says New York Fire Department. So New York is definitely a place of importance. It's definitely where the trial is happening right now. I don't know where Brendan Paul in particular is living at the current moment, or if he is thinking about moving out of New York, if he is in New York, or getting out of New York after this trial, not going back to New York. Something was brought to New York. Tell me more, Spirit. Six of Cups, the pleasure again. Prince of Swords, the hacker card. I feel like this particular assistant, I think this is Brendan, he may have also been in possession of some of those videos. It's a man behind a computer. I think he may have been in possession of some of these videos. Or he could have seen it. Wondering what the fuck. Okay? That's all I can hear. What the fuck? What the fuck? People were saying, what the fuck? I think he saw them. He either has them, had them in the past, have them now, or he saw them. That pleasure card too, look at it. That's freak off right there. Sexual activities. What the fuck is all I keep hearing. Tell me more. He could have also been asked to get rid of something as well. With that card coming out as a hacker. What's that? Seven of Cups. They wanted to come out. This is when I had that big stack. I feel like he was tempted to distribute it. I feel like he was tempted to tell someone, tempted to distribute the material that he was in possession of. He could have been asked to get rid of it, and he may have actually saved it somewhere else. It's somewhere else. I don't think he got rid of it. He got rid of he did what he was told, but he also went beyond. I feel like he has it on some other devices or some kind of flash drive. He has a copy of it. It's saved somewhere. It's saved somewhere. What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck is all I keep hearing? And I think he went through it when he was told to get rid of it, and he wanted to see what he was getting rid of. Tell me more. He may have expertise in computers as well. I feel like this individual is very, very intelligent. He could be very good with electronics because that's the card of the hacker. I feel like he's very good with electronics. Whoever this is, I think this is Brendan's energy, and I feel like he was using his skills with his knowledge of technology to try to kind of copy and paste is what I hear. He definitely saved it. And when he watched it, what the fuck? We have entertainment. I find your life amusing and your stories comical. So he could have been drawn to Diddy because of watching him. I mean, I've watched Diddy since I was a kid. You know, he's made a little bit of music, not that great music, to be honest with you, in my personal opinion, but he's been an entertainer since I was a child. So I feel like whoever this Brendan person is watched him for a long time, and he was intrigued by his lifestyle. Okay. But I don't think he realized how depraved the situation was actually behind the scenes until he was literally behind the scenes with them. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Y'all give me a minute. I need to clear my little, because that's a lot. That was a lot. Anyone have any questions they want me to ask? I want to know if there's going to be a mistrial. Very interesting. I feel like this is not the only trial. I really don't. Even if he is convicted, right, at this point in time during this trial, I feel like there's going to be something later on down the line. His mental health right now, too, is definitely of a concern. I feel like he is definitely in a deep depression, and having to put on that face of being stoic and not really expressing his discontent for what's being said in court is eating away at him right now. I do feel like they may have to put him on suicide watch. He's not telling people that he wants to hurt himself, but he's definitely having thoughts of suicide. He knows if he says something, he's going to be put on that watch. He's still very concerned about his image, despite, thank you, Ramona. Ramona's bell. Despite what has already come out in court, There's definitely an energy of defeat. Fat Joe will be next, yo, because he's telling. He's definitely telling. He's telling. Okay, and it's interesting because I haven't heard R. Kelly mentioned with dealing with Diddy, because I feel like, didn't they have a song together? I feel like now that I think about it, they didn't really make a lot of music together. So I wonder if there's a little thing there. And then how ironic, R. Kelly is hospitalized for being overly medicated. What does he know, right? This definitely stems from the Epstein list. I feel like they're trying to get people on the list that may talk, and expose most of the real seedy shit before that list is made public. If it's ever made public, something's gonna happen with that list. It's definitely related to Epstein. I don't give a damn what people say. And this isn't even speaking intuitively. I'm just literally looking at the writing on the wall and seeing all this shit coming out. This is definitely related to Epstein. It's deeper. It's bigger than Diddy. He's just one of many that's going to be prosecuted. Jay-Z as well. Oprah, Beyonce, Rihanna may even be called in. Okay, let's pull another one. We'll do one more. Y'all want me to do one more? Spirit, can you give me... Ooh, I guess we have to, because it just flipped out in my face like that. Servant came out again. Come on, we got to do another one. The fall guy, yeah. We can't do servant again. Hold on. Give me another one, Spirit. Servant tried to come out again. We just did servant. Let me leave this out. I'm going to leave it out. I'm going to pull another card. I'm going to shuffle though. Spirit, give me one more, please. Ooh. These cards came out in reverse. So we have Thief. Again, Thief already came out. All these cards literally already came out except for one. We have the Death card again. And then we have Waiting again in the reverse. Servant, Thief, Death, and Waiting. We just pulled these cards. All right, let's see what else we got. They wanted a verdict before July 4th. Yeah. I mean, this has gone on for over a month already. It's been about a month. That Death card, representative of Scorpio. He is a Scorpio. And it's Death in reverse. Servant, Thief, Death, Waiting. All the cards came out again. I definitely feel like he's I don't think he's gonna take the stand. I don't think he's gonna take the stand like they said he would. He's not going to do it. He's being advised not to. Three of Pentacles sideways. Okay, so we're getting repetitive energy. So we're definitely coming to a conclusion of this reading. That's that teamwork. He's unsure of his team. I feel like he's definitely suicidal. He's very unsure of his team. Sagittarius sideways with the Temperance. Losing patience with this situation. He's tired of being pulled into court every single day. He doesn't want to sit there and listen to them talk about him anymore. As much as he loved to hear people talk about him, he doesn't like this type of exposure. He still cares about what the public thinks. 9 of Wands. Yeah, he's depressed. This is Diddy's energy because that death card came out reverse. He's very depressed. He's losing his patience. He's very, very tired. He's mentally drained. Okay. I feel like he also could be having some kind of issues with his health right now as well. That he's keeping to himself. Okay. He doesn't really want to continue on with this. He's tired of people talking about his personal shit. He's spent his whole career and young adult life into his later adult life building a persona of strength, right? And right now he's feeling weak. We have the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, he's getting very, very tired. That's that waiting in reverse. He's physically tired, mentally tired, and emotionally tired. This is Diddy's energy, okay? That waiting in reverse. He's tired of this shit. He's like, okay, y'all done drug me through the mud enough. I know I done did all these things. Y'all done called me sick, talked about my Tootsie Roll. You done had me painted as a deviant, sexual deviant. I don't want to hear it anymore. Okay, and he has to go through the defenses phase now. And I feel like at first he wanted to testify, but now he's like, I don't want to get up there. He doesn't want to answer, okay? He definitely doesn't want to answer to the shit that they have already said about him. He's all set with it. It's kind of like, I've seen enough, I've heard enough. He doesn't want to deal with it anymore. He's tired of it. Tell me more, Spirit. A part of me kind of feels bad for him. A small part of me, okay? A small part of me feels bad for him. Tell me more. A very small part of me feels bad. Only because I am a very sympathetic individual. But what we do in the dark, we have to pay for in the light, right? It comes out in the light and we have to pay for it. But I do feel bad that the innocent people around him, like his daughters, okay, the younger children, they have to kind of go through this too. 7 of Pentacles, upright this time. So this is the same card, upright. It's a card of failure as well. Okay. He feels like he failed with maintaining that facade. Maintaining that image. Being the man on top. He feels like he fails his children as well. I think that's what the depression is too, is what they're thinking about him. How do they feel about him? He definitely loves his kids. He loves his kids, okay? And he literally will rob, steal, and pilferage for them. And he has. He's stolen from many people for his children, okay? He got greedy and he got too big-headed, right? And I feel so bad for the kids. I feel bad for the kids. I think that's what his mental is on. What are they thinking right now, his kids? He doesn't like what's being said about him because of his kids. Tell me more. Also, like, I feel like the depression also comes from his own childhood abuse. He's definitely in a reflective mode right now, too, thinking about the stuff that he probably went through as a child. Because in order to be this type of sexual deviant predator if all this stuff is true, you have to have gone through some kind of sexual abuse yourself as a child. I don't care what no one says. You don't just become depraved like this. Yeah. Princess of Wands in reverse. Sexuality. Lustful energy. This is the card of the dancer. He was a dancer in his early years. Okay? I feel like he's definitely reflecting on his life right now. And this could also be the mental health coming in and him having suicidal thoughts. Going back to what happened to him when he was young. He was definitely exposed, overly exposed to sexual things at a very young age, premature. Lustful energy. If you look at this card, this person is a dancer, a topless dancer, exotic dancer, eating fire, right? Succumbing to sexual desires, sexuality questioned. He questioned his own sexuality because of the assaults that he endured. He was assaulted by men and women when he was a kid. You said his dad was a pimp. Ooh, his dad was a pimp and threw parties in the 70s. That's probably where he was hurt. Someone hurt him when he was very young, multiple times. His life has been exposed to sexual abuse. His existence, early existence, is sexual abuse. Okay, he's not the only victim either. I feel like, does he have any siblings? Other people around him was also subject to it, and I can honestly say that like it still happens all the time now. But back in the day, before the registry, sex offender registry, I feel like people were more free about sexually assaulting children. Now they'll still do it, but they know that they'll be caught and put on the registry. So there's reservations. They do it in a different way, not so openly. There's still a lot of predators out here. But I feel like he definitely had other people. He has a sister, Keisha. Combs was raised Catholic and served as an altar boy. He could have also been assaulted in the church as well. He could be one of those kids. He has a history of sexual assault. His sister too, I feel like. I didn't even know he had a sister. She has been quiet for sure. They were all assaulted. We have justice in reverse, Libra. Yeah, he's looking at the injustices of his own personal life and the personal choices that he made as an adult based on his own childhood trauma. Okay, not making any excuse for him at all. Okay, because I don't condone any type of violence against people, violence against children for sure. I'm a victim of childhood sexual assault as well. And I know for a fact that when you are assaulted, especially at a young age, your life turns out one or the other. You're very highly sexual or you're like very against sexual activities. Okay. A lot of times childhood sexual abuse victims, if they're not given the help, they also become victimizers themselves. Not all. Okay. Because I don't victimize people, but you need to have therapy. I have a hard time with having sexual activities with men because of what happened to me. So for me, I went the opposite way. I don't like people touching me. I don't like people crossing boundaries. When men get sexual and start talking all that, I get real turned off and I get very aggressive. So I have my traumas that I deal with through therapy in a different way. But he didn't go to therapy for it because it would have exposed all the predators that he was subject to from the adults around him. We got the Hierophant, Prince of Wands in reverse. He was taught this. His behavior didn't just come about. He didn't just become a sexual deviant person. He was taught to be this way. Okay, again, not making any excuses at all, because I am totally against any type of abuse of any person, let alone children, right? But I really do feel bad for him because he was also an abuse victim too, and no one got him no fucking help. Learned behavior. He learned this. He was exposed. He thought this was normal at a point in time in his life. And then as he grew into his adult years, he knew that it was wrong, but he also knew that sex can also give you power over people. And I feel like his aggressive ways towards women in particular comes from an underlying resentment of his mother. Even though he has strong love for his mother, he resents her. I don't even think he realizes, it's subconscious that he resents her. Maybe his mother was the teacher. Absolutely. And that's why I think that's why he beat up on women. That's why he's so aggressive with women, because he probably saw his mother getting beat up. He probably be beating up her each time that he has one of these encounters with a woman. Okay? That's his way of getting back his control. He was taught this. He was taught to abuse people. He was taught that you dominate people physically, sexually, emotionally, and financially. He was taught this. That's very sad. That's very sad. That's trauma. Unresolved, unhealed, unchecked trauma gone awry. And now you have one victim of assault, him. Okay, and I don't care what no one says. Yes, allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know his life. But I definitely feel like he was sexually abused. And now he turned into the abuser, the victimizer. The victim turned into the victimizer. Prince of Wands reversed with this card, the journalist. Again, he's tired of people speaking ill on his name, right? He's thinking, he's reflecting. He feels like he's been done wrong with this Libra in reverse. They got the story all wrong is what he's saying. They got it all wrong. They don't know what I've been through is what I hear him saying. They don't know what I've been through. That thief in reverse was his childhood stolen. Tell me more, Spirit. Okay. Not making excuses, but goddamn. When will it stop? These are these generational curses that people speak of. Five of Swords. The fights. He's fighting with his demons. His demons won. Whenever he began to engage in these activities, that was his demons winning. He's definitely in a very, very dark fucking place as we speak. Dark place. Loss of appetite, insomnia, worry, delirium. Delirium. He doesn't even know how to think correctly or clearly because he's not resting his mind. He's overthinking. He cannot sleep even if he wanted to. He doesn't even trust going to sleep. He feels like if he goes to sleep, someone's going to hurt him in prison. Yep. 5 of Wands in reverse. The card is strife. Defeat. Strife. Heavy on the defeated. He wants to give up. He's very suicidal, y'all. He's very suicidal. He's very suicidal. He does not want to spend another day behind bars. He's also fearful of the information that he had to disclose on other people. He's fearful right now. The fear that he instilled in others, he's now feeling it. This is karmic actions, a full turn of events. The tables have turned on him. Tell me more. Again, like I said, a small part of me feel bad only because of his early years, right? But we all have a choice. Again, I'm speaking as a victim myself. We all have a choice on what path we go down. And he made the wrong choice. He made the wrong choice. And he got too full of himself. And he thought he was above the law with his money and above God. Tell me more. Let me check my battery, y'all, because... Okay, 57, 87. Okay, so we have the Fool. And then we have the 3 of Cups, the card of celebration, abundance. So despite him being in a very dark place within himself and within this situation in the confines of being imprisoned, a part of him feels hopeful that he will prevail, that he will be able to get out of it. He's trying to dig for that hope. He's digging for that hope of success. This is also a card of celebration. So this could also be that cheerfulness with the mistrial. He may think, I fooled them. If this comes to a mistrial, I fooled them. You didn't. Game well played is what I heard. Game well played. It's a game. It's a game. It's like an RPG game. It's an RPG. This is an RPG. Tell me more. Very ironic that I said I was going to draw one more and it drew his actual cards. 3. All right. Wait, let me read it the way they are, because some of them are in reverse. Okay. So we have health in reverse. I'm going to be part of your health and wellness journey. This came out in reverse. Unsolicited advice. I'm certain I know best. I'd hate to say I told you so. And then we have secret. There's something huge I'm dying to share with you. Yeah. He's definitely struggling with his health, like I said before. His health is failing in a different way. His mental health is deteriorating. His body is deteriorating. He's not eating, he's not sleeping, he's not taking care of himself the way he did before. And it has nothing to do with money. It's all on stress. He's so stressed that he has literally given up mentally. He's checked out. This I told you so card. I feel like this was kind of what he's thinking in his mind. He's had these thoughts way before of him getting caught doing things. And it's kind of like, damn, I didn't listen to myself, is what I'm feeling with this. And that's secret. Probably that waiting card in reverse too. And it says, I'm dying to share with you. Okay. So he wants to definitely say something to someone that he cares about and tell them something that's of high importance to him. But he doesn't trust many right now. People are turning on him. Ooh, good riddance. That's so sad. That is so sad. This secret could be Kim Porter too. Unsolicited advice. She probably told him that he would be caught one day doing the shit he's doing. Thank you, Spirit, for these downloads. All right. I'm going to stop because it's already 10 o'clock. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop, but I'm going to pull one more card, not a spread the way I did, but I'm going to ask a question. Because that made me sad. I'm not even going to lie. That last one really made me sad. That made me very sad. There's no winners. No one won. Money cannot erase trauma. Money cannot buy freedom, emotional freedom. Neglect, spiritual, physical, emotional neglect. Money cannot buy any of those things. And I feel like this is a lesson that he's learning. And also a lesson on being a good person. Despite what you went through in your life, the trials and the tribulations in your life, money cannot buy that. That really made me sad. Okay, hold on. Let me just clean up some of these cards. That was sad. Yeah. I really didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Okay. I'm going to have to save El Trumpo for another time because this took a lot of my energy. Trump is going to take more of my energy too. I do have my, before I pull this last bit, I do have the cards that I made with the world events and disasters, weather and religion cards, oracle cards that I made. I'm going to make another set of oracle cards tonight as well. In regards to the natural disasters, things, current events, and that type of stuff. Ramona, if you're still there, I was looking for that video I did in March with the natural disasters, and I could not find it. I saved the one from January. So I'll probably repost that one. That was like a couple hours long. But the one from March, I could not find it for the life of me because I wanted to rewatch it. All right. So I'm going to do Trump another day. Maybe sometime this week I'll do the bombing of Iran. But not with this live, because this was a different type of energy. All right, Spirit, what do you have? I have a question. Will this result in a mistrial? And if so, if not, will he face other trials? This is not the only trial for him, I don't feel. Tell me more. The Empress. Renewal. I think this is going to result in a mistrial. Tell me more, Spirit. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Yes. So I think that this is going to result in a mistrial. And it's a lot of money loss. It's a lot of money loss. He's not going to go broke on his legal defense because he has money in all other places. It's the fact that he may have someone who stole his future legal money, defense money, is what I'm feeling. That thief card came out twice for us, so I feel like it's going to result in a mistrial, and he's going to find out who stole that money. Unfriendly. I have a hostile attitude. I mean, I'd be pretty pissed too at this point. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Like, he's going to find out someone stole money from him, and that is going to set him the fuck off. Okay? Off. Someone stole some money from him. Off. Someone that he trusted is not gonna have anything. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm already diddied out. I gotta go outside and sage my body now because that was too much negativity to talk about. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna try my hardest. I don't know. I didn't do the weekly videos this week. I'm so tired. But and I literally took like a 3-hour nap. Maybe I will do the weekly videos after I sage myself. I have to go outside and sage myself now. But I will upload the weekly videos for all the signs. I have to also get some time to do the readings for July for all the zodiacs. That's going to be a lot for me, but I'm going to try this week, okay? Thank you, Ramona. I will definitely have a good night. I appreciate you. Thank you again for my bell. Her name is Ramona. I'm sending you all an abundance of peace, love, and light. A hedge of protection. Any negative energies or entities sent to interfere with your life, your everyday being, will be rejected, returned to sender. All the good vibes that I could dig up, I'm sending to all you guys that watched, okay? And your loved ones, all right? So keep yourself safe. Stay sane, stay safe, stay sucker free, stay prayed up, keep that hate out your heart, keep the devil off your back, all that good stuff, okay? I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.